Applause like that in your life?
Well, just once.
Was it playing rugby?
Yeah, definitely.
It was, yeah. What's the shirt?
It's my club shirt.
What's the club?
Amptill Rugby Club.
OK, got to give them a mention, haven't we? Let's fill in your details. Hastingbury School, Bedford, right?
Yep.
Daniel Hayward, as I say, and you're sitting there waiting to begin the game. But first of all, we're going to introduce you in a moment to two champions sitting next to you, a double team, two Pauls, Paul Skirm and Paul Thomas, from Dyffryn Taf Comprehensive School. So, meet Paul and Paul, Daniel. And all the formalities having been foregone, we are now going to continue and play the game. So good luck to everybody. By the way, you might like to know, that's if you don't already, that our two champions, Paul and Paul, have done one gold run and they're heading for their second. Daniel, as you know, has yet to start. We are starting with O. The board is flashing, so let's play Blockbusters. And this is the way it goes. What O goes before liver, tail and tongue for three things? Yes, that is Paul 1.
Ox.
Sorry, ox?
Ox.
Yes, exactly right. Ox it is. Well done. That's a good start. We have a blue on the board, a little conferring, and they're coming up with a choice.
Yes. C, please, Bob.
C. OK. What C was the surname of the dog expert who organised his first dog show in 18... Paul 2.
Cruft.
Crufts, correct. Well done. Charles Cruft. So both the Pauls have won again. It's a bit tough for Daniel because he knew the answers to both of them but didn't get there quite quick enough. So it's, again, the speed of the buzzer, Dan. Right, Paul 2.
E, please, Bob.
OK. What E was the country to which Claudius sent Hamlet, intending him to be killed there? Daniel.
England.
England is right. Very well guessed, yeah. It was the shrug that accompanied the answer that told me it was a guess, but it was a good one and gives you the choice.
Have a B, please, Bob.
OK. What B goes after Tampa and Green for the places... Yes, Daniel?
Bay.
Bay, correct. Good answer. The places where the Buccaneers and Packers play football. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Two of each colour, and Daniel has the lead.
K, please.
You want a K. What K does the K of KG, KT, KCVO and KB... Yes, Paul 2.
Knight.
Knight, correct. All awards. Knight of the Garter, Knight of the Thistle, and Commander of the Royal Victorian Order. Now, what next?
R, please.
R, right, on the right-hand side. What R is the Russian word for dissolute, the name given to a Siberian peasant who had influence with the Tsarina Alexandra? Yes, Paul?
Rasputin.
Yes, Rasputin. Well done. Now, a bit of very fast play on both sides, but there is a flashing blue light, so it's got to be even faster for our single player. Now, as you pick the letter, Paul.
A, please, Bob.
A, right. What A is a 6-letter word using 3 different letters, which is a synonym for evaluate? Daniel.
Assess.
That's it. Assess. Very quickly answered. Very quick indeed. And you've stopped them for the moment and given yourself a choice again.
F, please.
I thought you might. F. What F is the English if Ante D is the French and verboten is... Yes, Daniel?
Forbidden.
Forbidden. Correct. Good. Now where? Go on. Surprise us.
The J, please.
Oh, you have. The J. Right. What J was the name of the French martyr who died in 1430... Yes, Paul, too?
Joan.
Joan. Joan of Arc. Yes, well done. And once again, a flashing blue light. A really pitch battle, this one, for the first one in the game of 3. So, there it is. What do you want?
The L, please,
The
Bob.
L at the top, which could be a lot of use to our single player as well. What L describes the commodities bought by the... Yes, Daniel?
Luxury.
Nope. Paul and Paul, what L describes the commodities bought by the required weight but not pre-packed? Yes, Paul?
Loose.
That's exactly the right answer, and that's Blockbusters. Well, there we are. Sometimes the simple ones are the best ones to go for, and he got it right. It means they've got across the board. They're one game up. They now have £135 each because they've done a goal run already and got cash on that. Daniel, however, for a beginner on the programme, so to speak, has gone very well indeed. He's got £20 to his credit, determined to get more. And you want to go for an archaeological career?
Yes.
Do you go digging?
Yes, I have been in the
Have you?
past, last summer, yes.
Whereabouts in particular?
A Roman site near where I live.
Did you turn up anything?
Well, they found quite a few coins, skeletons.
It's a wonderful, wonderful occupation, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to try and make it your career?
Yes, indeed.
Good for you. We heard, you may not know this, Daniel, but we heard on the last programme that Paul and Paul are both interested in things 18th century. Well, there's nothing wrong in that, but I've just noticed that one of the Pauls likes going for long walks in full Victorian costume. Now, I'm not going to pick him out, but it happens to be the one in the middle. Well, that's what it says here, Paul Skirm. Do you go for long walks in Victorian costume?
Well, when I get the chance.
Well, yes. Any particular reason, Paul?
Well, I don't know, just to get out of the house, I suppose.
Do you accompany him, Paul, too?
Well, when the urge takes me.
Do you think the urge is likely to take you during the course of this game?
Oh, well, I hope not.
Well, I think we're fairly safe in saying we all hope not, actually, but I just thought I'd find out about it. Thank you for that. Interesting. Right, C is flashing on the board. We're going into the second game in the set of three. C it is, to start with, and this is the game, of course, that Daniel has to win to draw level. What C goes before loaf, pie and cheese for three things to... Yes, Daniel?
Cottage.
Yes, cottage loaf. Yeah, cottage pie. Puts a white on the board and gives you the first choice of the game.
I'll have an E, please.
Right. Board to choose from, and E comes out of the box. What E describes a self-conscious person who blushes, flushes or fidgets? Yes, Paul, one.
Embarrassed.
Yes, that's the one. Embarrassed is the right answer. Right, one of each colour. Paul, one to choose.
G, please, Bob.
A G. What G in French is lynx in German and port at sea? Yes, Daniel. Right, across to the two Pauls. What G in French is lynx in German and port at sea? They both mean left, and the term in French is gauche. Gauche. What G are the spore-producing structures of mushrooms and the respiratory... Yes, Paul?
Gills.
They are gills, correct. Also the respiratory organs of tadpoles. There you are. You get all sorts of questions on Blockbusters. He got it right. So it's an extra blue and a choice.
A P again, please, Bob.
A P, yes. Don't be embarrassed about it. It's quite a normal letter. One-word answer, don't forget. What P were performed from Friday, July the 19th until Saturday, September the 14th, Yes, Paul?
Pantomimes.
No. Daniel. What P were performed from Friday, July the 19th until Saturday, September the 14th, 1991 at the Royal Albert Hall in London? Now, if you played an instrument like those two, you'd probably know. They know, I think, but didn't get a chance to guess. Proms. Proms, of course. What P is a crispy, round, wafer-thin pancake? Yes, Daniel?
Poppadom.
That's a poppadom, you're right. Good. Eaten, it says here, with Indian food, and delicious too. Two of each colour, and our single player has the choice.
I'll have an S, please.
You'll have an S, OK. What S are the schools for training Catholic priests? Yes, Paul, one.
Seminaries.
They are seminaries. Very well answered. Good. Gives you another choice.
Well, any chance of a T, Bob?
Oh, I think there might be every chance, yes. Yes, I see no reason why not. Here we are. What T is the name of a range of mountains in Turkey and the second sign of the zodiac? Daniel?
Taurus.
Taurus, the bull, correct. It's swinging from side to side now. We've got three of each colour. It's a really stiff one, this. And you've got the next one.
An A, please, Bob.
An A, OK. What A was the name of the Italian artist known for his portraits of our Queen? Pietro Annigoni. Annigoni. What aid does the Second Amendment of the American Constitution give its citizens the right to bear? Yes,
Arms.
Paul?
Arms.
Arms is right, yes. The right to bear arms for their own safety and protection. So, there we are. We have 4 blues, 3 whites, and the double team has a choice.
O, please.
OK. No disagreement there, so here it is. What O is the name for the heads side of a coin? That's Daniel.
Opposite.
No. Paul and Paul, what O is the name for the heads side of a coin? If you collected coins, you'd know it's the obverse. Obverse. What O can be monounsaturated or polyunsaturated for use in the kitchen? Yes, Paul, too.
Oil.
Oil, correct answer again. Now starting to edge ahead, Daniel. You've noticed this, no doubt. Ah! And as I say that, it's the break bell again. Yes, that means that we're almost at break time, just time for one question and answer. So, which letter is it to be?
The L, please.
The L? What L were composed by Schumann, Schubert and Wolf, a word meaning... Yes, Paul, 1.
Leader.
That's right, leader. Very good indeed. It's a word meaning songs in German. Well, there we are. I said there'd be one more question and answer, and the blue light is flashing, which is where we leave it for a little while. It's break time. See you after the break. Welcome back. And with break time over and the blue light still flashing, let's go back to the 2 Pauls for the choice of the next letter.
Could we have the R, please?
The
Bob?
R. One suspected you might. Here it is now. Dive for this one, Daniel. It's most important. What R is the university town in Berkshire? Daniel?
Rugby.
No. Paul and Paul, what R is the university town in Berkshire? Yes, Paul?
Reading.
Yes, Paul? It's Reading, and that's Blockbusters! Daniel taking it well. There's a moral there, isn't there? If you don't know, sometimes if you guess and get it wrong, it gives the other side that extra time to guess at a town. Never mind, you've got yourself £35. You've brought a couple of super mascots. Thank you for appearing in your shirt on the programme. The mascots are going to pose a bit of a problem because one of them is a plasticine. You're going to have to unglue him from the light, aren't you?
Yep.
Did you make him yourself?
Now, a couple of friends at school did.
I see.
In a really constructive chemistry lesson.
During a chemistry lesson. I see. All right, Daniel, thank you. You also, of course, take with you the sports shirt, compliments of Blockbusters, as well as the dictionary. That agonised look on Marcus's face, you might recall, is when he just missed the 3rd gold run. Anyway, Daniel, thank you very much. Give him a round of applause. Good sport, Daniel. So, we say goodbye to Daniel and we turn now to Paul and Paul to remind ourselves who went down first time. I think it was Paul 1, wasn't it, the first time?
I'm afraid so.
Yes. So it's you, Paul 2 now, which you're fully aware of. So take a look over here, very quickly. That's what you're going to be facing. A mixture of letters. And all he's got to do for the 2nd gold run, don't forget, is get across there within a minute. So, Paul 2, put yourself on the hot spot, please. Need to tell you to take it easy. You know that fully, don't you, Paul? So it's goal to gold in 60 seconds or less. Just tell us where you want to start on the left.
CS.
Conical pointed roof on a place of worship.
Church spire.
Yes?
PB.
Actress who takes the male lead in the pantomime.
Principal boy.
Yes?
PG.
Sets of people who lobby MPs and government.
Pressure groups.
Yes?
ED.
Time it took Phileas Fogg and Michael Palin to go around the world.
80 days.
Of course.
BT.
Miniature arboreal plants grown in Japan.
Bonsai trees.
That's it, and that's Blockbusters. Well done. Very quickly done. I can see you're satisfied about that. So how do you think this is going to go? It's a 2nd gold run prize. Take a look.
This is Vienna, the elegant capital of Austria, and for so long the centre of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Here the Habsburgs ruled and Metternich schemed to keep the empire intact. It was from here that the Archduke Ferdinand journeyed to Sarajevo, only to be assassinated, an event that tipped the world into the Great War. Vienna, though, has survived that, and the Russian control after the next war. The Spanish riding school lives on with its famous horses, and it's the ghosts of Mozart, Haydn, Schubert and the Strausses that lurk around every corner now, not Harry Lime.
Well, congratulations. Wonderful. And congratulations also for getting across without any stabs at wrong answers or wrong questions. You went straight across without any trouble. Beautiful run, almost a pristine run. So thank you very much. You can retake your seat and we'll carry on. Thank you, Paul. I rather fancy that's the nearest Paul will get to hysterical ecstasy, but I know they both wanted to go because it says on my card, both passionate about classical music. We know they are, they both play instruments, and they're going to have a wonderful time in Vienna. Now, the big question is, will they get to the third gold run, or will Shima stop them? Oh, you haven't met Shima, have you? Let's do that right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, a big welcome to Shima Mandel. Already shaking hands with Paul and Paul, so you've met them. Shima, you go to the Central Newcastle High School, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Nice to see you on the show. How long is it since you've been wanting to come? Did you ever dream you would actually sit in that seat?
Oh, since I was 2, Bob, I think.
Really? Do you know, it's no lie, of course. We meet people on this show who actually were, of course, nearly 10 years younger when the show started. So just think about it. It means the lowest age is 16 to 18, 16. So they were 6 when they started. So it all adds up, doesn't it? Anyway, good to see Shima on the programme. She knows all very well she has to press a button. She's been looking at it for that long. We know that he is flashing on the board. Let's play Blockbusters. Well, now, first question. What E was not heard by, seen by, or spoken by? Yes, Paul?
Evil.
Evil, the 3 monkeys. Correct. That's the speed, Shima, I'm afraid. They're very fast on the button by this time, so that's what counts. Now, Paul 1.
N, please, Bob.
OK. What N is the name of Frank Sinatra's daughter and... Yes, Shima.
Nancy.
Nancy, correct. Good answer. Oh, the enthusiasm. It's good to hear. Right, one of each colour. Shima, your turn.
The D, please, Bob.
OK, the D. What D is the game we play which the Americans call checkers? That's Paul 2.
Drafts.
Drafts is the right answer. Good. All fine so far. What next?
P, please, Bob.
P. All 3 of you now. What P is the technical name for the disease which used to be known as infantile paralysis? Yes, Paul?
Polio.
No. All right, yes, I'll give it to you. I've had a nod from the adjudicator. I've got poliomyelitis here, but polio is a common name as well, so yes, the answer is. Well done. Right, 3 blues and 1 white. Now, yours.
K, please, Bob.
K. Stand by, Shima. See what you can do with this. What K were the people for which money was raised in 1991 by a charity concert? Yes, Paul?
Kurds.
The Kurds, correct. Well done. Charity concert called The Simple Truth raised money for the Kurds. Right, we've got 4 blues, but only 1 white as yet, so Shima's got a long way to go. Carry on, Paul.
I, please, Bob.
OK. For what I are premiums paid to give... Paul 2.
Insurance.
Insurance, another good one. Correct. So there you are. Intuition as well as speed on the button counts for this one. Well done, Paul. I didn't even finish the question. So we've got a flashing blue light. Shima, got to get here now, OK? Paul 2.
R, please, Bob.
R. What R is sometimes suffered by a transplanted organ because of Yes, Shima.
Rejection.
That's right, rejection. Well done. Always interesting to see a run across the board interrupted like that because it makes it a little bit difficult to carry on. Meanwhile, you have a choice of letter.
The G, please, Bob.
Right, down at the bottom. What G was the Christian name shared by the French engineer Eiffel and the... Yes, Paul?
Gustav.
Yes, and the English composer Holst. Gustav is correct. Now, are you going up and around or down and around? They're trying to make up their minds.
C, please, Bob.
You're going up and around, OK. What C, all three of you, was the name of a 19th century dramatist who began writing while studying medicine at Moscow University? Paul 2.
Chekhov?
Chekhov is correct. Yes. And in fact, Chekhov did qualify as a doctor. Right? Another flashing blue light. Think you can do it again, Shima? No. No, don't think negative. Try. What's it to be, Paul?
L, please.
The L, right. What L is a three-syllable word for an idle person? Paul 1 got there first.
Layabout.
Layabout will do. That's Blockbusters. And if any of you at home thought, well, Lazybones would have done, I know it would, and I had that down as well. But he said layabout, he got it right, and they've got across the board. Shima, we've just met, and it's interesting that doctor question should crop up with Chekhov, because that's more or less your line of country, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't your father a doctor?
Yeah, he's a consultant.
Is he?
Geriatrics.
I see. Is he, what is he expert at? Has he got a particular area?
Geriatrics and general medicine.
Oh, geriatrics. Oh, well, I'll come to see him for shortly anyway. And you like doing Aikido and poetry?
Yeah.
They're pursuits. Which one takes precedence? Which do you like doing most?
Well, nowadays it's photography, so...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Just as a guide to us, you understand. Right, we're going into the second game in the set of three. This applies to all three of them. And to you there at home, because the G is flashing on the board, and we're coming up now with the first question. Stand by. What G, everybody, is the fourth of the four if the first is walk and the second trot? That's Paul.
Gallop.
It's got to be gallop. Correct. The one I missed out was, of course, canter. Gallop is right, and it came from the right person, because isn't it you, Paul, who mucks out at your livery during the summer?
Well, yes.
You do? I see. You strip down and heave stuff around, yes?
Well, I try to wear this when I'm doing it.
Oh, do you? Oh, very smart livery place, yes, fine. Your father's, is it?
That's right.
I see, fine. OK, sorry to interrupt. You've got a letter to choose.
The L, please.
It's the L, yes. I wish I hadn't interrupted. What L is sprayed on to keep hair in place? Yes, Shima. Oh. Paul and Paul, what L is sprayed on to keep hair in place? Paul 1.
Lacquer.
It's lacquer, you're right, yes. Oh, Shima, isn't that infuriating when the mind goes blank? Well, you've got another choice, Paul 1, please.
S, please.
S over on the right-hand side. What S cause pain when they develop inside the kidneys or gallbladder? Yes, Shima?
Stones.
Got it. Yes, stones are there. And with 2 blues and 1 white, that's where we leave it for now. You must join us next time round. We look forward to the pleasure of your company. Goodbye for now. Cheers.
She's only got 20 quid so far. Hardly surprising against Posh and Posher. Anyway, make a date tonight for a brand new and exclusive show to challenge. It's the Celebrity Poker Showdown.